Hey there, and welcome to a quick update video of Planet Zoo. So yeah, this week, it has been more quiet around here with Planet Zoo. It's been a little bit, how should I say, not too many new information, but there is a little bit more we can talk about. And so without too much waiting, we just jump right in there and talk about a few things you have spotted already from the title. And first thing is a brand new animal. So here we go. And this is the ring-tailed lemur, and it's very interesting to talk about this animal because this leads us to the fact that now every animal we have seen in the first reveal trailer, so to say, which was the artwork trailer and not the actual in-game footage trailer, are basically now shown. So there's not a single animal that was in this trailer that hasn't been shown yet, and this is very interesting for several reasons. But in the next part of today's video, we are talking about one specific thing from the trailer, which I might think could be very cool indeed, because then everything that we've seen in this trailer is already confirmed, which is cool. Anyways, about this animal, it's a very small animal, very interesting indeed, because I think we have seen some of the enclosures already in the footage. They only didn't have the animals enclosed. I feel like this one is in the reveal park we've seen on E3. Anyways, I think this animal looked gorgeous, and some additional information from the interview with some people, and also some quotes from several websites and what they said in the newsletter, is that this animal is highly likely to escape. If you build anything wrong in your enclosure and you give it a little bit too much space or too high to climb, it will definitely escape. So pretty interesting. These animals normally get up to like 30-40 centimeters in size, and then with an additional size of like 20 to 40 actually centimeters of their tail, they can be considered as not even medium size. I think they're small animals, but it's very interesting that we do have them in game, and especially this image itself looks already pretty agile. It looks adorable, but yet very cheeky indeed. So I can't wait to see some of this in motion. And let's talk about another animal that has been shown this week, even though we knew about already, but very interesting information in this image as well. So see you there. And this is the Saltwater Crocodile. This image is kind of the same we've seen in the trailer already. So if we've stopped the trailer on a specific time, then we have exactly this shot over here. However, this shot now is definitely a still image with a lot more detail. And this is super interesting for me, especially because of the background of this image. In the background, you can see some people using umbrellas. I know it's nothing in particular that is new to us, but there was one thing I was always wondering about, and this is if the people change clothing according to temperatures, weather, and stuff like that. So if I'm not completely mistaken here, and I'm gonna zoom in for you guys so you see it better, I feel like there is a lot. I compared this to Planko with the clothing in Planko, and there are a fairly amount of new jackets and stuff that people are wearing below that umbrella, and this is hinting at least at the fact that they seem to also look into the clothing of people, you know, according to the various biomes and stuff. Because still, I've got a huge problem with the winter biome in Planet Coaster, having people running around in shorts and shirts. It kind of just feels off if you have everything like that. You can argue still with the theme park that is kind of artificial snow and artificially kind of cool, but if we have an Arctic biome with Arctic animals and there is actual snow going on, I want people to wear winter cloth and not just shorts and jackets or shirts or whatever. So this is really, hopefully, already kind of a confirmation that they have different clothing. At least it looks like that, and so this is why I found this super interesting, and because I couldn't really tell that from the trailer because the image was basically not high resolution enough. Now moving on to another animal that has been shown this week, which again isn't in particular new. This is the wildebeest, or wildebeest I should say. The only thing is that we finally have a good image of it in still. We have seen that in the gameplay and in the trailer already, but not like really in detail. I think I don't need to talk too much about it. There's not too much interesting stuff to talk about here. It looks awesome, it looks gorgeous. I especially love that this little, how the fur is changing around the knee area of the wildebeest in the foreground. It looks freaking looking cool, as if there are some scratches or so. I don't know, it looks a bit more worn, if that makes sense, but yeah, I like it. And yeah, but there's not too much more to talk about. However, there's one more topic I wanted to talk about, and I'm just playing a little bit of the footage of the very early reveal trailer now, and then we are going to talk about this in particular. So yeah, as you can see, here's already slow motion before we then go into the detail itself. You can see there is like a staff member, or a keeper, I should say, a zookeeper, giving somewhat of an instruction. And I think talking about this game being very educative and hopefully bringing a lot of these elements into the game, I think it's really interesting to see this in the trailer. And now, considering that basically everything that has been seen in the trailer so far is confirmed, I mean, still take it with a little bit of care here, because it is a pre-rendered and pre-made trailer, which is basically has nothing to do with the game itself. It's completely computer animated, and there is no in-game footage whatsoever used, but still it shows where the game should go. And talking about so much that I've shown already, like having these billboards with the information about animals, and having to train your staff, and actually having a super high focus on staff management itself, I think it's very likely to see that we are getting really elements of these kind of talks, maybe even kind of guided zoo tours. If this could be a thing, I'd be super happy, because this is something you pretty often have in zoos, and it's also pretty interesting to see that maybe the better the staff member or the zookeeper is trained, the more expensive the tours can get. I don't know, but this is a super interesting element, and I really hope that we will get more information about that in the future. If not, it still is a nice detail that we could get maybe in the future, but since everything else in the trailer so far seemed to be exactly like this in the game, I have at least hopes that this could be a relevant thing. However, that's it already about this week's update. I hope next week there will be more. One last thing I have to talk about though is the Gamescom. Because Frontier finally confirmed in person of Bo that this year Frontier will be at Gamescom, and they will be there obviously also with Planet Zoo, and even better, they will be there with a playable version of Planet Zoo. So that means this also gives us an idea where potentially the open beta, or like the beta for the pre-orders of the deluxe edition, will be taking place. So the Gamescom is at the end of August, from the, if I'm not completely wrong, 21st or 22nd to the 25th of August. So yeah, I'm super excited for this. Hopefully I'll be somewhat able to go there, because it's pretty close to me in Cologne, and maybe get my hands on Planet Zoo if possible. I don't know, but it's very nice news that we will have a playable version of that around Gamescom. So super cool, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this week's update. See you the next time when there is new stuff about Planet Zoo out there, and you're gonna see that here. If you like this episode, give it a like. If you like my content in general, make sure that you have subscribed so you get the information when there's a new video up. However, that should be it. Now have a great Sunday, and see you next time. Bye guys.